I have consumed so much Rick and Morty that I have traveled to the ends of the universes, and I've seen God and his beautiful bullsack. I have looked into the light and beyond, and Rick and Morty has granted me an intellect so superior to those of mortals that I have come to you to deliver this message. What's poppin'? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on The Savior Show. Today, guys, we are going to put Rick and Morty to bed. Time for Rick and Morty to go sleepy, 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 sleep. Time for Rick and Morty to go meh. Okay, guys, Rick and Morty has to go down to the depths of darkness where I shall let it rest. Okay, guys, this is my 5th video on Rick and Morty, guys, and to be honest, I'm pretty sick of talking about Rick and Morty, to be honest. Okay, guys, I want to make the videos I want to make and my music. So if you enjoy my videos, guys, please subscribe and check out my other videos and my music. Thank you very much. Now let's finally talk about Rick and Morty, and this will be my last video. Okay, guys, first of all, thank you very much for the support on the Rick and Morty videos. Okay, it's been great. It's nice to see that I'm getting a lot of support and a lot of the Rick and Morty fan base agrees with me. But there's also, of course, the mass Morty and Rick fanboys out there who love Rick and Morty no matter what they do, and I understand that is pretty much the most of the fan base. You know, the people who have noticed a problem with Rick and Morty are in the minority, but we do exist and we have noticed the problems, okay, guys? And I'm just gonna finally talk about my real opinions, fully uncensored, about Rick and Morty, and this will be my last video, okay, guys? So, I'm not gonna watch Rick and Morty Season 5. Maybe I will. Maybe if people are coming out and saying it's truly amazing, they've picked up the plot, they've picked up the writing and all that good stuff. But guys, I think I'm gonna let it just rest, okay? Because this is pretty much how I see Rick and Morty now. When I watch Rick and Morty, this is pretty much the quality that I am viewing. You know, this. Look at it. Rick and Morty. It's great. Fantastic, okay? Truly a marvelous piece of entertainment, okay? So, the problem with Rick and Morty, guys, it all started with Season 3, okay? Now, I know there are some really good episodes with Season 3, but there's a lot of episodes that are complete trash, and, you know, like, the writing and the overall narrative of the episode itself just doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I think Pickle Rick was born in Season 3, and Pickle Rick, guys, yes, it's entertaining for the 9-year-olds and the retarded people out there, but, you know, that's not why I watch Rick and Morty. I'm not watching it for some high intellect IQ, you know, so I can obtain the knowledge of the universe. Obviously not. It's a comedy program, but I watch it to keep me engaged. I watched it to make me think about certain things, to, you know, make me laugh, to make me just, you know, I watched Rick and Morty because it was new, it was exciting. It had a magic to it that other shows didn't have. You know, nothing quite captured Rick and Morty like Rick and Morty does, okay? But now it just feels like another average adult cartoon that's out there. And here are the reasons why, okay? I've got 5 points, okay? I know you guys want actual points instead of me just rambling on, so let me get to them, okay? Number 1, okay? Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland, okay? Or Justin Roiland, whatever the hell his name is, okay? Now, these guys are the creators of Rick and Morty, okay? And basically, now that they are such a huge, successful people, Justin Roiland has gone off, and basically he does his own thing. You know, he wants to go and create VR games, and that's amazing, that's cool. But Dan Harmon is basically the whole structure, narrative person behind Rick and Morty, okay? Not completely, but a lot of it is. And it was a sick reflection of its own life. His family was falling to pieces. He went through a divorce. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to be personal. But basically, you know, it was a reflection of a dysfunctional family, and, you know, he had experienced that. But, guys, now it feels like it doesn't really know where it's going. Probably because he doesn't exactly know where to reflect it with his own life, okay? Now, okay, so that's point 1, okay? Point 2 is the writing, okay? The writing has decreased in quality very, 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 very badly, okay? It's not really, it doesn't really follow a structural narrative anymore with the episodes, okay? It's just random, like, jump cuts to, you know, jokes, because, you know, random humor is funny to kids, I guess. It's like Family Guy humor, and I'm not a really big fan of Family Guy. I don't really care if you like Family Guy, that's just my opinion, okay? So the writing is all over the place. It's not really funny anymore with the jokes. They've given up on this overall plot narrative. And the thing that made it so interesting before was the characters were all very, very different, okay? Beth, Summer, Rick, and Morty, okay? And Jerry. I forgot about Jerry, because he's a piece of shit. But anyway, Jerry is pretty much Dan Harmon, if you didn't know. But, basically, okay, they have all fallen into the same character, which is Rick, okay? And I can kind of except for Jerry, obviously, because he's Jerry. But I understand that was kind of the narrative, that, you know, spending so long with such a, you know, crazy and nihilistic person would make everyone else like that. But because now Summer is completely, you know, emotionally dead inside, and so is Morty, and they don't care if they kill people, they don't care about anything they witness, nothing is surprising for them. Well, guess what? It's not surprising for the viewer. It takes away a lot of the interesting dynamic, which was Morty and Rick, and, you know, they would be very different from one another, and that is what made it interesting. You know, the contrast between them, and, you know, Morty trying to stop Rick on all his crazy bullshit that he does, but now he just goes along with it, and it's not interesting to watch anymore. That's a huge factor in my opinion, okay? Now, number 3 is pretty much the sense of humor has changed a lot, okay? Like I said before, the jokes aren't really funny like they used to be. They don't really follow a narrative or like a context joke. They are usually played out way too long with these sequences that aren't even, you know, they're just like with some music and the animation. There's no dialogue. You know, I can give a few examples, okay? So with the dragon one, when Rick is driving a dragon, getting drunk, it's very cringy, it's fucking terrible, okay? There's another one with, like, the world of rats or snakes, I can't remember, snakes, I think, snakes, yeah. And there's another one in a recent one where Morty goes and he has a time travel device and he can go back and save his life like a save game. And there's a whole sequence where he just meets this girl, and, you know, it's kind of interesting, but it's not actually developed, it's just kind of there. It's just there as kind of filler, and if there's anything I hate with TV shows, it's fucking filler. Filler can suck my hairy, okay, you know, filler sucks, okay, it doesn't add to anything, it doesn't matter, it's just there, and then it doesn't exist. There's no point to it, and it's goddamn terrible, okay, it's lazy as hell, okay, so the jokes have completely fallen off the cliff, okay? You know, like I said, they're random, they don't have context, it's just kind of like flashback humor, like Family Guy kind of, and I don't appreciate that, okay? The next point, okay guys, is pretty much that now they have a contract, now that they can make Rick and Morty for a huge period of time, okay? They take so long making these episodes, okay? And that is really, really infuriating, because, you know, you expect them to produce these at higher, you know, volumes with, you know, all this time that they have got, but instead they just produce a few episodes and they're not even of good quality, okay? So their production has gone up, but for some reason they still think that they have this godly, you know, ring around them, like, you know, they're the best thing since sliced bread, and that's why they can take so long. But actually, if you just produce average stuff and you take so long doing it, then you're gonna get called out for doing it, okay? And that's another reason I think it really sucks, because it takes so long to produce and it's not even of good quality, okay? And number 5, guys, okay? The magical number 5 is the plot and narrative and character structure itself, okay, guys? What made Rick and Morty so interesting, like I said, was the interesting narrative with the family dynamic, the individual adventures, and the, you know, characters and the Galactic Federation or whatever, you know, they had a common enemy. There is no common enemy anymore, it doesn't seem like it. The last episode of Season 4 was basically an insult to everything that the first 2 seasons built up. You know, they're just like a dumb parody ripoff of the original Federation. And the whole Evil Morty thing, I don't know if we're ever going to see that, but if we do see it, it's going to be half-baked, it's not going to be developed. It's just become so nihilistic to the point that they don't seem to even care about their own shows and characters, and there's no goddamn plot and structure to it anymore. And, you know, what made Rick and Morty so interesting to watch was it was really unique with the places it would go. It was dark, it was funny, it was self-aware, but now it's, you know, become so overblown and so, you know, it's been sniffing its own fart for far too long, and it's just become complete trash, and I'm so tired of it now. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, guys. That is my opinion on Rick and Morty, okay? Season 3 and Season 4, pretty much, we could see that it was slowly dipping down in quality, and now it's hit bedrock, okay? And I'm not going to watch it anymore. So, guys, you know, if you enjoy Rick and Morty, you know, more power to you, okay? You can like whatever you like, but there is a big part of the fan base that have noticed a dip in quality, and, you know, thank you for seeing this, and I'm glad I'm not crazy, I'm glad I'm not the only one. So all I can hope is that Rick and Morty will get back on its feet, but I don't think it will. The characters aren't interesting to watch anymore, and that's pretty much the main problem. It's not funny anymore, and, you know, if those two things aren't working, then I'm not gonna watch it, and it's really sad because I love Rick and Morty to begin with. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoy my content, please check out my other videos that I work on really hard, and my music. I make far better videos than talking about Rick and Morty, okay? So go check them out, and thank you so much for the support on this series, but I won't talk about it until Season 5, and, you know, maybe if I do watch it, I'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye-bye.